That's going to be the name of our next podcast. It's going to be called All About Si.
All about Si.
How does that make you feel, Si?
Well, how long to get paid?
Look, welcome back to the Duck Call Room. Look, if you're looking for more Duck Call Room to listen to, be sure you hop on over. Check out the 4-8 Men podcast where Si and Stone are guests on the new podcast with Sadie's husband, Christian. You can check it out on youtube.com/Christian Huff Video. And they basically go have another episode of the Duck Call Room, but they talk about a little physical fitness and a whole lot of spiritual fitness. So be sure, check that out. Thank y'all for listening. And as always, folks, if you could, leave us a nice rating on Apple Podcast or Spotify Podcast. That way more people can find us. You can share the love this holiday season. Without further ado, we are in here. You're probably looking, if you're watching on YouTube, it's a little different. We got Johnny D beside me, and that's because...
weird chair.
That's because Godwin's broke it.
I keep hitting my knees on stuff.
Godwin's done deflated that thing, son, so it'll be fine. But joining us in the Duck Call Room today, my first time, my fill-in when I'm generally not here, Miss Kay.
You've never done one with Miss Kay?
No, she's always been my stand-in when I'm not here.
They're always our best episodes.
I know, exactly.
Hey.
He's just
We got to get the ratings up, folks.
Yeah, we had to bring some eye candy back in here.
We must be tanking. They called in the pro.
Bring in the big guns. Well, welcome, Kay. Welcome, students.
I like it. I like being here.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do.
Well,
I told Phil I wanted to do it. He said, you don't have to do that. And I said, yes, I do. I want to do it. Unlike you sometime, I want to film.
Well, hey, I like that. My own brother's trying to keep my talent off of the podcast.
Nah.
He's jealous.
He's jealous because she don't want to do his. That's the problem.
No. Yeah, well, can you get a word in if Jason Robertson's on the podcast?
I plead the fifth. I don't.
Hey,
Phil said, now you know how I feel.
That's one thing he didn't get from me.
What?
Running his mouth.
He didn't get that from
he
you?
didn't get that from me.
Who'd he get it from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a quiet, shy person.
His name is Jason Silas Robertson. He got it from you.
That's all you need to
blame
know.
everything
I
on me.
told Phil that was a mistake naming him after Simon.
Well,
He had to do it.
Hey, I just told you what the man said.
So I was a quiet, shy person.
That's right. I'm a quiet, shy person.
Yeah, he really.
You really used to be that, didn't you?
No, I really am. Still.
No, incorrect.
No.
You're the wildest man I know now.
Hey, no.
Yeah. No, back when we first started all this mess, you turned the camera on him, he'd turn into like a deaf mute. Like he nope, I ain't saying nothing.
I told you.
But now, all it took was one paycheck. And so I said, I'll show you boys something.
Well, see, what
He realized he was funny.
but what you boys didn't understand was I've been looking for them all my life.
Paychecks?
No,
Oh.
the people that gave me the paycheck.
Oh, there you go.
And hey, they showed up, and then I went in being me.
Then you went off and running
Right. Then you can't
to
stop
get
me.
up here.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Kay, you got your Christmas shirt on?
I'm glad you noticed.
The holidays.
I did.
She gets in the holidays.
I know, but I asked permission, could I wear the shirt? And they said yes.
Oh, well, that was nice.
Holidays.
Yeah, I thought
in-
it was. I have like
Cedar Town.
several. Yeah, this was a special thing that Ruston had about 3 years ago.
Ruston, Louisiana?
Yeah, and they call this place Cedar Town.
They let you over there?
Yes.
They're generally not too friendly with folks from Washita Parish.
Hey, if you got money, they don't care.
Well, there you go.
Now, that's the most Ruston comment I've ever heard.
Those uppity
There you
Ruston folks don't care as long as you got money, too.
Hey, people will put up with a lot if you got money.
I say that because one of my best friends in this world lives in Ruston, so I always get on there. I'm like, hey, if you ain't from there, you ain't welcome there.
You ain't
I
welcome,
lived there
buddy.
5 years myself.
You sure did. Oh, college. Yeah, La
college.
Tech. Yeah, there
Not
you go.
for me, for Phil.
So it is Christmas, okay? This is your favorite holiday, isn't it? I mean, this
It is. It is. I love everything. In fact, I have a hard time putting up everything after Christmas, which I never get through till about the middle of January. I just have delayed Christmas later.
It takes her a while.
Well, at risk of ruining Christmas, what did you get Phil for Christmas?
Well, what if he watches this and sees?
Yeah, I'm not worried about
Ba-dum-ts.
that. Yeah,
What would you get Phil for Christmas?
I would get him. some coffee.
Which he gets free every day of his life.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to think because Phil's like
What do you get, Phil?
I'm not buying the snuff. So
egg custard pie.
Ooh.
That's
exactly what he's going to get. Exactly.
Yeah. I'll get in on that too.
So I said, make it a double.
Yeah. That's what I have to do. You can't make them together. You can't make two at the same time. So you make one and then you make two.
So you can't double that recipe and get the desired result.
You cannot. Most recipes you can, but you can't that one.
Man, that is a good pie, Kay.
It is a good pie.
So is your chocolate pie.
Yeah, but no.
Your sweet potato pie.
We're going down the pie road.
That coconut pie.
Yeah.
How about peach cobbler with fresh peaches?
Oh, and Phil's
apple pie.
And Phil's homemade
cobbler.
ice cream.
Oh.
Now that, yeah, okay. Now we get.
When's the last
now
time
we
you
get
had
somewhere.
that?
I don't
Been a
know.
long time.
I think I was hitting the scales at a lovely about 315 last time I had that.
He makes homemade ice cream?
Does
Oh,
he,
yeah.
buddy?
The best.
Man. Hey, you ain't careful now. He'll get on that homemade eggnog during Christmas now. It's
Yeah,
good,
we
too.
hadn't started it, but Jay Stone, if I may say, has got the spirits ready.
He,
Well, no. Well, look,
the
hey.
Holy Spirit?
Yeah, hey.
No, the regular spirit. It's the one from Tennessee.
The,
Hey,
one,
look. It's
the
hey.
ones you hide from your kids.
No, it ain't. Hey, it's the Holy Spirit because it's Christmas. It's December.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, that's good.
I knew
You know
it.
what? Phil's eggnog is like a big malt.
It really is like a milkshake. That's
is.
why I
Look,
like it.
With
Yeah.
but with a kick to it at the end.
Yeah. It's got
The
little.
recipe is in your first cookbook.
Hey,
And I tried it once and failed.
Well, and who knows if he changed it.
John David, are you coming to the Christmas party?
Well, that's funny. Willie, so Miss Kay just found out I don't work here anymore like 5 minutes ago, but Willie texted
Well,
me
how long's it been?
About a month.
about a month or so. But I'm still kind of not really anymore.
Yeah.
I hung on for a little while just trying to help Willie, but now I think he's on his own
right.
now.
Yeah.
He texted me the other day for some help.
He
Yeah.
done got on your nerves, so hey. All right.
No, he ain't on my nerves. We're friends. We're best of friends. Best friends.
But look, anytime like things like that happen, it was just a note to maybe you, Martin, and Sarah, or you, John David. You could have called and told me. I mean, I'd like to know what happens up here.
No. See, but I didn't want to tell you because my favorite thing that ever happens is when you can't find Willie, you call me.
I know.
And I didn't want that to stop, so I wasn't gonna. And
I'll still call you.
still call me, and I'll
Hey,
Okay.
yeah.
help you find
Spoiler alert, he's still tracking Willie. He's still got Find My iPhone on him. So,
Well,
I
now,
can find him.
well, yeah, because now there's nobody to locate him.
yeah,
So rumor has it he's replacing me.
I heard that.
I heard it too, but I don't want to believe it till I see it.
When did you hear it? You just found out I
Yesterday.
quit 10 minutes ago.
Yesterday.
What you think was happening to me yesterday?
No, I actually heard something yesterday about somebody coming in.
Yeah. I told her Friday you'd
Yeah.
quit, and then she just got on me, son,
Yeah.
for
She
not
let-
telling her.
She let him have it.
Yeah.
I mean-
As she was up here doing her physical therapy. This is Duck Commander Inc./K's physical therapy gym.
Okay, and can I talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Okay, here's the deal. So, I've been coming up here doing my physical therapy in the room because has a lot of free time. Nobody in there, right? So I thought that'd be perfect. And then Willie kicked me out because he said, "Oh, Christian's going to be in there doing a podcast." And I said, "Okay, I'll find another place."
My office is
And he
empty.
said, "You're not going to take all the offices to do your physical therapy." I said, "I thought I still own half of Duck Commander. Is that right or wrong?"
Yeah. And he said, no, 49.
And so, guess what?
Yeah, you done lost.
Yeah,
You done lost.
that's
You have no voting rights.
well, yeah, because he's a bully. He's a big old bully. That's what he is.
We love you, but hey,
Hey,
you only
but-
get 49%.
No, guess what? I found another little room.
Oh,
You know when you go down the end of the hall and there's that big bathroom on your right?
My
That's a
executive
little-
bathroom.
My office?
Yes. And that little room right there is now my official workout
She
room.
took over the lounge. She took over the employee lounge.
The
yeah.
employee lounge that we watch
That we
golf
really
in
don't-
once every
maybe, yeah.
2
Well,
years.
can it be designed as my place?
You
too?
can have whatever you want up here, Kay, as long
thank
as you keep coming up here.
Yeah, just don't ask Willie. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
I'm not asking Willie anything.
Thank you.
Well,
Hey,
look, let's take our first break. We'll be back right after this.
let me tell you something. It's backed by 36 years of research and development.
What's it doing?
Hey, not only that, you can only find it one place on this planet we call Earth. That's in the pristine waters of New Zealand. And hey, boys, everybody's got inflammation in their body, and it causes pain in your joints. And you got about 360 of them. But hey, I got the answer to your problems. It's called Omega XL. All right? Order the first bottle and you get the second one free. Tell them all about how you can do it, Martin.
Oh, I love it. I love the fact that I still print out the notes to make sure that we say it right. And Si's got this thing memorized.
He ready,
I
baby.
mean, he don't need
That's
nothing.
because you know what? He loves it. It works for him.
No.
And he believes in it.
Absolutely.
Look, I call them my first responders. I take 2 of them.
Yeah, and we do have 360 joints in our body,
it,
and
boy.
they take a beating daily with just living. I mean, you don't even have to be all that active.
Mine
and you-
ain't working very good because I'm old.
But our friends over at Omega XL, because of the science, when we're young, our bodies produce SPMs. There's nature's way of keeping joints healthy, but as we age, we don't produce enough SPMs, which could be why you're in pain. Omega XL can help restore your SPMs and rejuvenate joints and muscles so that you can move like when you were young. Just in case you need to move like you when you was young, okay, we got something for you. Order Omega XL and get a second bottle for free. Visit OmegaXL.com/duck. That's OmegaXL.com/duck. Or call 1-800-844-4888. 1-800-844-4888.
That's it.
Not one, but 2 bottles.
That's right.
And we're back.
And we're
We're
back.
back. If you haven't figured it out by now, we've got Miss Kay in here in the duck call room with us today. Kay, look, I got to ask you something because I know you love pets. You love animals. I had to take mine to the vet this morning because she was hobbling around all day yesterday. She has torn her ACL. Can you believe that?
You know they have a doctor for that.
Your retriever?
What's that?
An ACL surgery doctor.
Oh, I know. I've made an appointment with her.
You're
Hey,
gonna,
Dogs?
Are you talking about your
Yeah.
retriever?
Yeah, my retriever, my hunting dog.
Tore her ALC.
Well, ACL, but yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
close.
I don't
ALC.
even know what it is, okay?
Well,
It's-
I mean, I've seen dogs in casts.
Yeah, she's got to have surgery. She's gonna have surgery in 2 weeks on it. So,
And how long will she have to wear a cast?
I don't know if it's gonna be casted or not. They said something about a brace, but she'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. So her hunting season is done.
How'd she tear it?
Well, I'm glad you
Being a dog,
would it
Being
not
a dog?
heal on its own as a
Chasing-
dog?
Chasing a duck? or
chasing
whatever?
mallard ducks. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
At least it's cheap to go to a vet and get all that done.
yeah, it's yeah. So I'm gonna put a link to my GoFundMe page in the show notes down here, and
all
To help
donations.
pay for your dog's
Hey,
injury?
all donations are appreciated.
yeah, and they're tax deductible.
That's right.
Maybe I don't really
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
I
make 'em
know
pay.
I know Saul give, and I'll give up.
No, I'm not worried about it. But I just, when it's your pet, like for us, we don't have any kids, so like our dog is essentially our kid, and
Well, my
she's
dog-
hobbling around all day yesterday, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I just feel like the
My
scum
dog-
of the earth.
My
like,
dog's been hobbling for 13 years.
Yeah, but he used to it. This one went from jumping and climbing and running down mallards to just can't do nothing, and she toting that back leg, and I'm like, this ain't good. It don't even look cheap the way she totes her leg. You're like, yeah, that's gonna cost me something there.
This is
Yep.
one of their
Torn
expensive deals.
ACL.
Well,
so.
Bobo's had everything you can have, so.
Yeah, Bobo tough. Well, you about due for a new one, ain't you?
Oh no, he's 10 and a half years old.
Has he
going
ever
on
been to
11.
the veterinarian?
Is he what?
Does he go to the vet?
Does he go to the vet? Of course he goes. All regular checkups. And we board him for Christmas with my 2 shaggy dogs. They're rescue dogs.
Sneaky and
Phil
freaky.
said they're the dumbest dogs in the whole wide
That's right,
world.
sneaky and
I
freaky.
said, that's who you're supposed to help. The dumb and the poor, that's who you help. So they're dumb. I love them more.
Those dogs.
No. Hey, look. No.
That's who you're supposed to help. The dumb and the poor.
No. I'm telling you, most dogs like me, but sneaky and freaky, nah.
They ain't about you?
No. Kay's right. They're the two dumbest dogs I ever seen that live on
Well,
this
that's
earth.
why you love them more.
They smell that sweet pea on you, Si.
I guess.
Yeah,
they don't
they
like cats.
don't like cats.
They don't like cats.
The real question is, do they like them Gibsons?
No.
No.
No, that's
Well, they got a little intelligence in.
They bit one. Okay, they accidentally bit Red on the leg, but I don't even know if it was an accident.
Every dog you've owned has bit Jimmy Red on the leg.
I know. He said
If a
that.
dog don't like you, you can't trust them, boys.
Can't trust the dog or the person.
You can't trust the person.
Okay.
I'm serious.
I'd agree with that.
Well, they are dumb, but they can't help it. I mean, they had a mother, never knew who the daddy was. They didn't have a good life.
It's a family problem.
Are we talking about the dogs still?
So I said, it's a family problem.
We went from dog ACL surgery to orphan dogs.
And
Well,
their name,
no, but you got to understand, they fit right in with the Robertson clan. Okay.
I mean,
do tell.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey,
Well,
They're messy. They're they muddy and come on in.
They're
I don't
they're
care.
so-
loud.
Mud on the floor. Who cares?
so you just you're like Phil. Phil likes human projects like that, and you've got an animal project like that.
You're exactly correct.
Yeah, see, they sound just like the ones Phil runs around with.
And
they're
they-
messy.
Oh, no.
They ain't bright.
They're always hungry.
Always
nothing to
hungry.
eat.
Kay and Phil got that from Mom and Dad, Merritt and James, okay, because they were the same way. Yeah.
They take in people.
There was
They love a
always,
project.
They was always, how's a nice way to say this?
Uh-oh.
Well, hey, Kay done it. Poor and needy people
Well,
and dogs.
That are always hungry.
Always
Yeah,
hungry.
always.
Mention that.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, but
I've
most
been-
people hadn't had good food like the Robertsons grow up.
Preach.
That's correct.
Preach.
Okay.
Worst thing that ever happened in this company is when we moved uptown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best thing that happened to me because you'd probably have to roll me in here right now. I'd probably be about 450 if I'd have kept working down at that river. But, whew, man.
I never worked at the river.
That's one thing I don't
that's
know
why
that
you didn't get
I
to
don't
do
know if that come across on the show or not, but that lady sitting across from me right now cooked us a hot lunch every day.
For how
Every
many years?
day.
And,
Well, I only got to experience it for like 2.5 before we moved up
It
here,
was going
but
on before you came.
I could tell it wasn't your first time because that spread that was
Wasn't my
laid.
first rodeo.
Oh man!
Ever since she married my brother, she's been trying to get me to gain weight by all the food she cooks.
And it ain't happened
It
yet.
ain't happened.
Yeah,
He's always going to be Skeletor.
Well, no, hey,
with a skull.
I done got a
Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Oh.
No, Skeletor days
You
are
got
over.
a baby butt there.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, hey.
That's just that ice cream. That's where he smuggles that black walnut ice cream.
Well,
right
hey,
there.
look, Stone just finally said, hey, look at your age, eat your ice cream.
Yeah,
Don't
have
worry
fun
about
with it.
Don't worry about
Who
it.
cares?
And I said, well, hey, you're right. I'll go home and have me a pint tonight.
So, Si, what's your favorite thing Kay cooks?
I got about 4 or 5 of them.
Number one though, you had
Okay.
Spaghetti and meat sauce.
Spaghetti and meat sauce will be at the top of the list.
Yeah.
What is the, I can't even think of the steak that you cook.
Swiss steak.
Swiss steak.
Martin knows about
that's your
Swiss
your
steak.
boy's favorite right here, and that red gravy with them
Yeah.
onions
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
and you put it over that thing of rye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil
Yeah.
loves that.
We're
too.
gonna have to take another break real quick.
Y'all
Golly.
gonna make me
Oh
hungry
man,
now. Yeah.
but that Swiss steak is fine, and I think it's because I had never had nothing like it.
Well, because
Well,
I
no,
made it.
'cause,
I
hey.
made it up.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not a real
not-
thing.
well,
It's
no.
an original.
Yeah,
Well, that's a poor
Like John
man's
David?
steak, okay? Look, no, serious. That's a poor man's steak that she's turned into. It's fine.
oh, it's unbelievable.
It's
Okay.
hamburger steak, isn't it?
Nope.
No, it's
no, this is a
that
low
cube,
grade, low grade steak.
Yeah, it's like the chopped steak.
Yeah, like
round
that.
steak, and they
Yeah.
have it in things about
It's
that.
a low grade steak.
But let me tell you something.
But
By
hey,
the time
once
she gets done
through
with it,
it's the fine grade.
that sucker's a premium by the time she gets done with
By
it.
the time she finishes,
Could you do it with
that in
deer
your
steak?
cookbook?
Why, I could do it with deer steak. Do I have it in my cookbook? I've forgotten.
I'm getting a cookbook in the next break.
She's got 3 of them. So I mean,
No, get number
Well, what
one.
the-
Number one's the jam, though.
yeah, number 1's the OG. Yeah, for sure.
spaghetti sauce, okay, then the steak.
And the spaghetti sauce isn't in the cookbook. And I had one lady emailing me.
Well, I'll write it up for you.
There you go.
Finished with the others.
Look, I've got Kay's Mexican cornbread, a picture on my phone of the recipe of her holding the recipe card. I was like, yeah, I'm going to need to get that one.
Yeah,
so
so,
it's
hey,
on a
I
little
mean-
yellow sheet of paper.
I
so.
was specifically requested for Christmas Eve to bring my version of Kay's cornbread. It was probably as good as Kay's.
Well, it's okay. I like to taste other people's.
Yeah.
It's from your cookbook.
Yeah. Kay's is good. I've tried to mimic a lot of things she does, but some of it you just can't mimic.
You know what? You
like
have
your
to
biscuits or your pie crust.
If you could watch me make it, you could do it. But it's not
No,
just to read it.
Nope,
you can't
that's
get
not
it.
Don't get Willie started on your
that's
cookbook.
not true.
Uh-oh.
Because that mac and cheese, she goes, nope, this is dry. He said, it's your cookbook.
It's your recipe.
No, you got to double it.
Double
Well,
it.
a few little mistakes were made along the way. Everything that somebody does in a book, there's mistakes. Don't you
Amen.
agree?
Well, no. I'm just saying.
Except for Jesus'
Yo.
book.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, of course.
I'm just saying, when it comes to cooking, nope, not everybody can do it.
I
And
agree.
you follow the recipe, you put the same junk together, but it's something about how you put it together. You know, I think it's the love part. I really do. I'm serious. If you don't have love in your heart when you're doing it, it's not gonna taste as good. I'm serious.
You gotta love what you're doing,
No,
huh?
I'm serious.
That's why we build such good duck calls, because we love it.
Hey,
baby.
There you go.
I'm telling you, there's a lot
every
to
time
that.
they build one, they say how much they love it.
Yeah.
Who was that? Somebody famous had said that. Told me, well, hey, I tried it and it didn't work. And he said, you didn't have the love I have.
See, my grandma always used to tell me I wouldn't hold my mouth right. I never knew what that meant
I
either.
always heard that about fishing.
Yeah.
Tell me, hey, the reason you ain't catching nothing, you ain't holding your mouth right.
Huh?
That's right.
I've been told
Well,
that
hey.
my whole life.
No. So, hey, I'm watching
no.
Mom and Dad every time they fish. You know, and every time they catch fish, I said, wait, hey, quit turning your head. I can't see your face. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, I'm trying to hold my mouth right.
You really ain't heard that?
Never.
Oh, man.
No.
Crap.
My mom and Dad would fish. And, you know, Daddy's, if they ain't biting, he'll try something different. So they had seined up a bunch of baby crawfish and was using the tail. You know, they'd just break the head off, throw it away, and put the tail on. You know, they wasn't biting. You know, so Daddy's around, and they're competitive. That's where we get our competitiveness. Mom and Dad was competitive about everything. So hey, he's over there. He was peeling his, and just putting the white meat.
Oh, letting that meat,
Yeah, and
letting that
talking
meat smell.
and catch them big chinky pins.
There you
You
go.
know, and Mama said, James, what are you doing? Yeah, and he said, what? She said, every time you turn around, then you throw that bait in, you catch a fish. What are you doing? You know, and he said, I ain't doing nothing. She grabbed the pole and she said, am I going to have to wear you out with this cane pole? You're doing something because you've caught the last 10 fish. You know, he said, okay, baby, I'm peeling the tail and just putting the white meat on. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's peel the tail on this and take another break. We'll be back right after this. Look, all of y'all have seen Si's t-shirts. You've asked about them, and now you can get an Uncle Si approved t-shirt from American Scroll for yourself. Si, I don't know if you know this or not, but we have gotten a ton of t-shirts about just like that one you are wearing right now with the gospel symbols. Tell us about the shirt. Why'd you make it?
Well, look, I can't be everywhere at once to preach the gospel to everybody. So I just thought they come up with this idea of these people that I met, okay, Weldon and Jenny and all them. So they said, hey, American Scroll, and he does it, he puts this stuff on guns, okay, but he puts his on these or on the scroll.
I got you.
It's normally done on metal. but they come up with this idea about putting it on T-shirts, okay? These T-shirts are made of, I don't know what the cloth is, but it's really soft.
Yeah.
It does not scratch the body, okay? They're comfortable, okay? It's Uncle Si approved, of course, okay?
That's awesome.
You've got the cross, okay? My favorite 2 verses, John 3:16, 17, okay? But anyway, they're really good people, okay? And we're in this together, yeah.
Our friends over at American Scroll take master engraver Weldon Lister's hand-drawn scroll designs, and through the miracle of modern technology can bring them to life on some of the softest and best-fitting T-shirts you can find. These tees combine Si's love of fun, his sense of humor, and his mission to share the gospel message with cool scroll art. They have a bunch of unique designs and a cool vintage vibe that you'll absolutely love. To get yourself a tee or a hat from the Uncle Si approved collection, go to americanscroll.com and use the code USA20 to get 20% off your entire order. USA stands for Uncle Si approved. That's USA20 for 20% off. While supplies last, Duck Call Room listeners will also get a genuine Uncle Si approved challenge coin with their order. So head to americanscroll.com and enter code USA20 to get 20% off today.
All right, there's the book, boys.
There it is.
Hey, when in doubt, go to the book.
Okay, your hair's changed a lot since you took that cover picture.
Yeah.
You got it curled today. You did your hair before you
Kay's
come
hair
up here.
changed.
I
didn't you?
didn't do my hair. Lynn Brown did my hair.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Kay's hair changed a lot from the time she took the cover picture to the time she took the back picture.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
She got different styles going.
Right.
Yeah.
She looks good, both of them.
Women do that.
Why do y'all do that, Kay?
I trimmed my beard up
Oh, you did trim it
for
up.
my anniversary.
Did your wife tell you to do it?
No, I just went in the bathroom, got bored,
You got
shortened it up.
Phil's never got that bored. Blow it out, Martin.
I don't know. I don't know how, because I've hunted with him enough. I've contemplated a lot of things sitting in that duck blind until 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yep.
I've contemplated quitting duck hunting. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Swiss steak and sauteed mushrooms.
Oh man, it's so good.
He's trying to
Oh,
make
there
you
was
hungry.
Phil's.
Oh,
Egg
there's
custard.
not a. See, that's why I never noticed. There's not a picture of it.
Hey, if
Well, I can tell
yeah,
you why.
look,
Because you can't capture what that is
No.
in a picture.
Nope.
Doesn't look good.
Oh, it would look great,
This is
but,
one of
Okay.
the things
but
you got to
man,
experience.
it's so good.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta
here's
experience
what you need to do.
And now that I've thought about it, you
I
can
need to
put
cook lunch for y'all one day.
I'm in.
Absolutely.
hey, you can put
you-
the spaghetti sauce on one plate and then the Swiss steak on the other plate, and put them on the balance of the justice. Okay, and they'd be equal. Okay, that's how good both of them are. Okay, they'd be
Hey,
just like
look.
this, boys.
Yeah.
Fine.
But see, the Swiss steak, I really made it up and it's good. But what was the other thing he was asking me about? Is that the one he's still talking about, the
The
Swiss?
Swiss steak, yeah.
Yeah. I really made that up.
Oh, you
Yeah,
really
it's
did a
good.
You made up a
phenomenal
good one,
job.
man.
It's
So
like
there's
I don't know.
tomato sauce.
I don't know if you've ever
Bell
had
peppers.
one, but to compare it, and for our listeners, if you've ever had like a sauce piquant, which is
That's what it's just like.
it's very similar to a Cajun sauce piquant, except she makes it with beef steak instead of like catfish or I know down
But
south like gator. They use gator
But
a lot
see,
in a
I
sauce
used to have to
piquant.
use canned tomatoes now, but then my famous, to me, cousin Melissa Atkins, I fly her in from North Carolina once a year, and you know what she does for me?
What's that?
Canned tomatoes.
Oh,
You know,
really?
Like Christine used to. And I mean, before she leaves, I got about 20, 25 quart
Jars, yeah.
Yeah, and then I give her money too, but she does that every year, and I have to buy about two boxes of tomatoes
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they first start coming in, and she does them. But I really believe that fresh canned tomatoes
Has a lot to do with it.
has a lot to
Oh, yeah.
do with mine being better.
But see, that goes back to what Si was talking about.
What?
If you don't love what you do and you don't go that far, you just go buy tomato sauce from the store and call it good.
Well, that's
To
like
go through that step, you love it.
Well,
Like-
no. 'Cause, doing them tomatoes like she's talking about, okay, that's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of work.
Well, how about chopping up all the vegetables?
Amen.
How many young cooks want to do that?
None of them.
Okay.
Not a one of
Well,
them.
that's
You're
that's my
correct.
key to my dressing. is I double the vegetables.
Did you ever solve your dressing riddle?
Uh,
Have you told Kay what you do?
He's putting condensed milk in his dressing.
No. I had a dream. No, listen to me. I had a dream, and in it I saw Mama. She put a can of Borden's sweet pet milk in her dressing. Okay, so look, I didn't overdo it. I said, Christine said, I don't know about this sweet. So I put a half of it in there. And Christine said, nope, it's too sweet for me. And Stone ate some of it.
I've been in your family for an awful long time, since I was 14 years old. Okay?
Yep.
I never saw her put any sweet and condensed milk in dressing.
I did. But anyway, okay.
He also saw Mama kissing Santa Claus,
I've
Kay.
got yours and Phil's dressings beat. Okay, trust me. I didn't put
all I
sweet in it.
do is prepare 5 or 6 pans of cornbread.
Oh, okay.
The dressing is over for me.
Okay,
Then
it's over. You ain't
he
doing it
walks
anymore?
in
Okay.
and
All right.
takes over.
All right. Well, hey.
I just let him take it off.
He's a little light on the sage. That's what the problem is.
It's like whenever she makes potato salad. She does all the work until it comes to adding the mayo and the mustard, and then feels like, now get out the way.
Get out of the way, buddy. Okay. All right.
Well, the other night, he was in such a heated discussion. I did it myself. And I said, look, if that ain't right, just don't even tell me.
That's right. Don't even say that.
I don't even
Don't
want to
say
know.
anything.
Don't
I didn't
even
want
say
to
nothing.
disturb you, so I did it myself. And then he said, it's delicious.
There you go.
Well, hey, he's getting smart in his old age. He's
Well.
finally listening to what you say. Don't even tell me.
Sometimes he listens.
Well, hey.
Look, before I worked here, I didn't really care for potato salad because
Well,
I had.
that's what I had so many times. Look, I had a girlfriend. She said, I hate it. And I said, just take a bite. That's all I
Yep.
want you to
That's it.
try a
Just
bite.
just take
And
a
she
bite.
started eating. She said, this is delicious. Nobody else's tastes like this.
Well, I had never had it warm, and you serve yours close to piping hot as you
yeah.
can get.
Yeah.
Like I
That's
mean,
what's the best.
the only time it has to cool off is the stirring of the mayo and the mustard and the relish during,
That's right.
and then you
2
eat it.
relishes.
Yeah, there's still smoke coming off of it.
Uh-huh.
While they missing it.
Were
Yeah.
you at the 4th of July when I was asked to bring potato salad? And so was Kay.
Oh, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, I was like, hey, I'm doing her recipe.
Oh, well, yeah.
Anyway, and so I showed up. I was like, just the biggest bowl I had. And I was like, I've really done something special here. Phil walks in with the biggest bowl I've ever. He did 5 pounds of potato. It was 4 times the size of mine. And I was like, here's mine.
Yeah,
It was embarrassing.
Phil bring it in a 45-quart Yeti. I mean, they ain't scared to make servings now. That's the deal with eating down there. They used to cooking for a crowd down yonder.
Well, hey.
I'm getting some
But-
recipes
And you
here.
talking about a crowd.
But your potato salad is also one of my top. That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't like it till I ate yours, but I had never
several
had it
people-
hot.
One of my girlfriends said, I just can't eat it. I don't like it. So I made her taste it. And she said, I'll eat yours every time, but I'm not eating the rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it's real good. And like the other thing that I found a couple of years ago, and I don't know if y'all have done this or not, but them Cajuns, I realize, eat their gumbo on potato salad a lot.
Yeah,
And
Phil can't get used to that.
he's on that rice bag still. So,
Yeah, he is. But somebody came down and they put the potato salad on top of the gumbo.
On top of the
Put gumbo on top of potato salad.
They-
Buddy,
did.
it's good too. Don't
No.
I know it's
No,
outside the
yeah.
box for normal for us,
No,
but I did
yeah,
it. I tried it because when in Rome, all that.
Yeah, do as a Roman.
Fantastic. It was so good.
Well, it's
Well,
good
to me,
together
just
anyway.
the thought of that is ruining a good potato salad.
Or a good gumbo.
Or
dude.
good gumbo, one of the two.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
You know, I can't make gumbo or jambalaya. Only Phil does that, and
Yeah.
I will never learn.
And
No,
that's
no,
my
no.
number one that Phil cooks is his jambalaya.
His
That's
jambalaya.
my favorite. I like to scrape the bottom of that pot.
That's why I'm saying some people they can use the recipe, but it don't turn out. The flavor ain't there. It just
Well, I tell you, in a
So,
case like
hey.
that, it's the same like some of my recipes. I told the girls, I said, if you watch me make it, you can do it.
Yeah.
If you don't watch me, it's a hit and miss.
Yeah. And I know watching Phil build that potato salad at the end, he's looking for it to get to a certain color. He ain't worried. He don't measure nothing he puts in there. It's like when it gets to that color, he's like, oh, that's it.
the Robertson.
And it's right.
The Robertsons cook never have done that.
Yeah.
It's a little dash of this, pinch of this, throw
No, I
that in
actually
there.
measure.
Oh,
I really
well,
do.
let's try this.
Willie don't measure nothing.
The King Gullion.
I've tried to watch Willie and learn
He's
how
a
to make
goulash
stuff.
man. Willie's a goulash man.
Well, plus,
Hey, I'm
he
serious.
changes
The boy's
up
got
everything.
some kind of Polish in him.
He's
Because
so afraid.
he's a goulash man, I'm telling you.
Goulash man.
Hey, he throws everything in the sink in one of them, boys.
Oh.
Phil said he.
Some of them are pretty good.
Phil said
I have
Willie
to
would
admit,
have
everyone's where he
perfect
hits it.
if he just stopped adding stuff. He's got a perfect meal. Stop, Will. That's what he told him. He said, "Stop putting stuff in there." Willie went,
He can't help himself. I'm telling you. If he's putting something together and he looks over and sees something else, he's got to try it too.
Phil called him. He said he makes stuff for a Gullion.
Gullion. The King Gullion. That's what he used to call him.
Oh, that's why he's a goulash man.
Goulash
Boy,
man.
he's Polish somewhere.
Oh, man. Well, let's take another break. We'll be back right after this. Well, in the spirit of Christmas, look, it's right here on us. This is going to air the 23rd. Kay, what's your favorite Christmas song? Do you have like one Christmas song you love?
Or your favorite Christmas memory with Si.
Now wait. Let me think of what is his name? The one that does.
Bing Crosby?
No. I like that Louisiana Christmas.
Louisiana Christmas.
Who
A
sings
Cajun country Christmas like that one?
Yeah, and but I'm thinking who sings that?
Willie?
No, Aaron Neville.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Aaron Neville does Christmas. Willie used to make fun of Kay doing that all the time. He'd walk in, silent night.
Well, he does sound like that. But then he does the last one, Louisiana Christmas Day, and it gets down with it. I mean, it's.
I've never heard of such.
Okay, well, guess what?
Kay's got the album. It's called A Very Neville Christmas.
Yeah. How did you know that?
Okay, I used to work at
He's
your
good.
house every day for 2.5
He's
years.
good.
Like,
And then Phil walks in and he said, I believe we've heard enough of him. I said, you just walked in the house. He said, well, Aaron Neville is great for you, and I like to listen sometime, but enough is enough.
Enough, boys.
So I put on Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee.
That's the original Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
That's a jam.
Do you have a favorite Christmas movie, Kay?
Yeah, Christmas Vacation.
I love it. I love it.
I turned down the cussing, but yes, I love that movie. If it's on regular TV, it don't do it. But I love that movie.
So did you get me a...
What about that, like, what is that old woman that comes in and the old man said, Grace? What was that one? Remember that?
Yeah.
She died in 1930 or whatever
Yeah.
he said. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. When they ask her to say the prayer, she says the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
And Uncle Eddie stands up, puts his hand over. Are you going to go with A Very Neville Christmas?
Aaron Neville was the blues man.
You would be.
I'm going to have to listen to that on my way back to work.
Oh, that's a
after
good one.
this.
Oh,
He
that's
sang.
good.
He
Yeah.
sang.
That was Christmas at Duck Commander. That's what Christmas at Duck Commander used to be. A Very Neville Christmas was playing all. Isn't that the name of it?
Yeah.
Please Come Home for Christmas has by far the most listens. And if you know me, you know that I'm a California Raisins man.
Yeah.
That's the greatest Christmas album ever written.
California Raisins do Christmas.
Check it out sometime. You won't regret it.
Hey, look at it on your Spotify account.
I don't have one of those.
I got the cassette tape somewhere, Kay.
Okay, I can run that.
I don't know what
do that.
happened to it.
I can do cassette, DVD,
So
CD.
how long have you two been doing Christmas together, though?
Me and Si.
Yeah.
Since I started dating Phil at 14.
14.
And you were going to the Robertson family Christmas. What was that like?
Well, it wasn't like the Caraway who I was for. I married. I mean, like we had out the door. They had sparse. Is that the right word?
Sparse
Wasn't much going on.
food?
No, they had the best food they could get, but that they could cook. That was cheap, but it was good. But they didn't have a lot of presents.
So what you're saying is you didn't marry Phil for his money.
No, he married me for my money.
And he spent all of them.
Well, he spent
On
a lot.
shotgun shells and
4-wheel drive truck, shotgun shells, and shotguns.
that's
And four-wheelers later, of course.
4-wheelers when they
Yeah.
got, yeah.
But I'm tell you something. when we went out to the fancy place, like our dating expensive place to go, you're going to die, in Shreveport, Louisiana, El Chico's.
El Chico's.
The original El
That's
Chico.
right.
The
Spanish
original
food.
one. And you know what? We'd get all you could eat for two. So he ate all you could eat as much as they'd let him have. Then he took all mine. He'd make me order a plate. I said, I can't eat another plate. He said, well, I can.
Hold on. They cut them off at the all you can eat?
They really did that. So it's really a lie.
I think all you can eat has never really been like a challenge. It's just a suggestion.
Well,
Like, we'll keep
shut
serving
down
you.
the all you
Oh, no, yeah, they get mad because we had a fullback, Johnny Ray Alexander.
Oh, Johnny Ray Alexander.
No, hey, look, he would go to one of these fish places that have the eat all you can.
yeah.
They threw him out of it and said, "Hey, don't ever come back."
They losing money on him, huh?
Look,
I fed him before.
Hey, Mama, went to the grocery store. She would buy groceries like hamburger meat, like 20 pounds. We brought him home with us one day. He ate 14 homemade hamburgers with everything on them and
that's-
French fries.
That sounds like you.
14. No, hey, best I could ever do was 5, but he ate 14 of them.
You
I'm talking
ate
about.
6.
Yeah, I was there the day at Phil's when you ate 6 of them.
Oh, well, hey.
You ate
I know.
6 hamburgers?
Yes, he did.
With everything on them.
Unbelievable.
Hey, when you come down to it, a good hamburger, you can't beat it. And that's what I'm saying. A good hamburger, Phil K's got to cook them.
I don't
That's a
cook
good
them.
one. Well,
I
I know.
never cook them.
Well, I'm
Phil.
just saying.
Yeah.
Stone make a good hamburger.
But for Phil's hamburgers, you can't have your smoke alarm on.
No.
'Cause he going to set that baby off.
We got one time, and all it did was ring, and Phil went in there and just busted it out of the ceiling and said, don't ever get one of those again.
We don't need that stupid thing.
I said,
it.
well, they're
Hey.
supposed to save your life if you had a fire. He said, I'll take chances on your nose. You can't smell, but I can. He said, but I'm never going to hear that alarm go off.
What was that Willie told Corey? He said the bread's done before that alarm starts going off.
Yeah.
He said that used to be Corey's bread alarm was a smoke alarm.
You couldn't eat it.
It was.
You couldn't eat it.
I couldn't count how many times she's burned it up. I told her, I said, the key to not burning your bread, ladies, don't leave the kitchen. If
That's
it
right.
goes on broil,
Yeah.
you're 2 feet away.
You better stand there with your hand on the
That's
door.
it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't leave that spot.
I did that the other day with dressing.
And
You burn
burned
it?
Did I burn bread? I was getting some bread. I looked over and it was solid. It was black as a panther. And
Now,
hey,
why did
look,
you leave
look
it?
here.
Look like sweet pea in
No,
there.
no, look here. A loaf of bread is usually about that wide a piece of bread is.
Uh-huh.
This here was the mini bread.
Oh, it done shrunk up, huh?
It done shrunk up and solid black all the way through. I said, well, I can't use that. That's a little too brown.
Golly. Well, I hate this day's almost over, but let's take our last break and
Oh,
we'll be
good
back
grief.
right after this.
One more segment.
All right, we're back. Kay, before we get into the end of this last segment, I thank you for coming on today. This has been
I
an
love doing
absolute
this.
pleasure.
It's always, no offense, but because you're normally gone when Miss Kay's here.
Yeah.
It's wonderful when she goes.
Man,
I
I'm
like
thinking
it.
about adding you in on a semi-regular basis, Kay.
I
My face
love
hurts.
doing
I've
this.
laughed so much. This has been
I love
fantastic.
doing this. And it's not about the money I don't get. It's none of about that.
The money she don't get.
I think I just like the company, and I think it's fun. And me and
Said the
Si,
money she don't get.
Me and this lady have been together ever
That's
since
right.
she was 14 years old. Okay,
he's
how
like
was
my
it?
little brother.
How was it going on a date and having a millstone in the back seat?
It just was what it was. That's what I do. I always make the best out of every situation. But I did get tired of it.
She said,
I
but
guess
I did.
I'm glad
get
you
tired.
did.
Oh, today has been rich in it.
Now-
So, what is your favorite Si memory? Have y'all discussed that
Okay, I go.
when I wasn't here? Your favorite Silas Robertson memory?
Okay, this is my bad famous.
Oh, bad favorite.
I know what this
So there's
is.
bad favorite and good favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It has to do with a fork and a piece of chicken.
Well, that's the second one.
Oh, so
I'll
there's
go with
another
that
one.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, I went And see, of course, the way they were eating, I'd never been with people that ate like their last meal was this meal. I mean, so I'm kind of a nice eater, you know. And so I went with my fork to get the last, either it was a thigh or a leg, because I ate dark meat, I think. And yeah, a thigh. And I went to get that just real calmly, and then just, it came out of nowhere. Another fork. I call that. I said, I went like this. Go ahead, get that. I'll eat a drumstick or a wing or something.
I'll eat something else. So, Si, you took the last chicken thigh from Kay. That's terrible. As many meals as she's fed you.
No, I was
since.
dating Phil.
She was being nice. She said I stuck her fork in her hand.
Well, he did.
I didn't get the chicken thigh. I got her hand.
Yep.
Unreal.
You hadn't heard those?
They
wild.
That's wild.
I mean, yeah, it was like, this is not even like a meal. It's like a war. I mean, we never eat food like a war. And Phil
At the
said,
Caraway household.
you know what Phil said? Well, you have a grocery store. You never run out of food.
That's right.
And I said, well, obviously, y'all never have enough food.
Oh, my goodness.
So
gracious.
that's when the perfect blend of the person with no food with the person who has all the food came together.
There it is. The good Lord provided. Look at
Been
there.
having ever since. All this good food.
Yeah, well, we did have food.
No, yeah. And you have thrown out a lot of dishes since I've known you, and I can only imagine how many you had prior to that. So, man.
Well, I want to say this, okay? I said, Merry Christmas to everyone. And
Absolutely.
a Happy New Year. May you be blessed. May you be safe, okay? And we appreciate you listening to us.
Well, absolutely. I think we all echo that sentiment.
And anytime you're getting sad, just think about us and you'll laugh.
There you go.
It's that easy.
It's that easy,
That
boys.
easy, it is. Because
I didn't know where you were going with that. She said, anytime you get sad, just think about me and my brother-in-law over
I
here.
was,
That's right,
I was
right.
thinking we were about to get something super deep. Like,
I don't do
Simple.
deep.
Hey, simple's the best, boys.
yep.
I don't do deep.
It is true. Every time I do think about you and Si, I do laugh.
Oh, I do
Because I've
too.
had so many good memories just in this room.
Amen.
No, the worst thing he ever did to me was those big worms. They were this big.
River
And we
worm.
got them to put on the trot lines to catch a fish, and I helped. And then he thought it would be funny to grab a whole handful and put down the back of my shirt. And I saw him coming, and I knew what he was going to be. I took off running, and we went up and down a cornfield, dodging him with them worms. And I said, if you throw those worms and put them in my back, I said, I'm gonna get you in more trouble than you've ever been in.
What I wouldn't give to see Si chasing Kay with worms.
And that
would have
was
been a
when I was
glorious
about
day.
100.
Brought some.
I was 115 pounds, thank you, and I could move.
Hey, I bet you could. I saw you back in the day,
Oh,
cheerleader, athletic.
she
Ain't no
was
doubt
cheerleader.
about
She
it.
could run.
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
was in shape.
that's
Then
good.
I started eating my own cooking, and that was a mistake.
Right.
Next
Get
thing you
into
know,
that,
we
boys.
stopped cheerleading, started cooking, and here
And
we are.
It's a little and a little, and then having those 4 boys.
Yeah.
Think about it this way: with every one of them, I was big, like 50 pounds bigger, having the babies. And then it just didn't all get off, and the next time it didn't get off, the third time, and then Jep just put it over the top.
Jules Jefferson, boys.
That's Jephthah.
blame it on Jep.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, that's him right there.
Got him right here.
That's him.
right.
You like my new decoration?
I do.
He's
I remember when that came in.
He's
Yeah.
been staying with us the last 2 nights, and I've never laughed as much in my whole life.
Jephthah's in town?
Jep's in town.
I guess he forgot my phone number.
Are the girls here with him?
I just had lunch with all his girls.
Okay.
Oh, Lord,
They're
all
here
of them.
for Christmas.
So Lily, Merritt, Silly Sally, and
And yeah, Priscilla.
And that was them. And Mia,
Sue and Sally.
Moo
Moo
Mia.
came. That's
Moo
good.
Okay.
Mia came too. So
What did
she
Grandmama
says,
buy him for lunch?
Outback.
Out
Right
back.
back. Okay.
Look, only the best for my grandkids. In fact, that's the restaurant they picked.
And that's y'all used to eat there every Wednesday
And we
night
did.
before church.
We did.
And you'd show up jamming to worship music in the old Suburban with the grandkids hanging out the sunroof. I remember that.
Yeah, and I let them stand up. This is real safe since we're all in the seatbelts. They stood up through that thing, and they sang the loudest they could, and we'd sing church songs all the way to church. And we'd come in and blow the horn, and they loved it.
Oh,
now they said, no, we're not doing that.
Well, let me tell you something. They won't ever forget that.
No, they won't.
Because I wasn't even in that vehicle, and I remember it every Wednesday night. Kay come in on 2 wheels with them girls hanging out that sunroof.
You're
singing,
not supposed to say the 2 wheels.
Well, but singing "Everlasting God," and I mean, it was just jamming to all of them, man. It was so cool. I was like, now that's a good grandmama
that
right
was
there.
a family tradition.
Yeah, that's
and
a
you know
good
what
grandma.
they said about the dinner today? This was a Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
So now every Christmas we have to go out to Outback.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's fantastic. You do that with your grandkids, Kay. That's good. Speaking as a man who doesn't have his grandparents anymore, I remember all those kinds of things. So
Well,
that's one thing you youngins don't ever forget.
See,
right
I
there.
had a great relationship with my grandma. My grandpa died before I was 12, but with my grandma, I'm telling you, I spent more time than with my mom and dad, who ran a grocery store and didn't have time for me till they got off.
Well, your grandmama taught you how to cook,
I
right?
think so.
She's the one that
serves you well.
Yeah.
And you know what? We sat in those swings outside swinging, waving at everybody that come by. I said, why do we wave at these people? I don't know them. And she said, it don't matter, hon. Just wave at them. It's always nice to wave at the strangers.
Oh, that's fantastic. Boy, if the world did more of that these days.
And had the grandma,
Then it was
grandpa,
something else.
granddaughter talking. They don't even get together and talk. She told me more stories. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you right now, that would be fantastic. But look, we're up against it. Kay, thank you so much for joining us. I didn't realize just how bad I needed a day like this in this podcast room. My face
Kay's the
hurts
best.
from
Well,
laughing.
schedule me up.
And you have, honestly, this is the quietest Si has ever been when you showed up. So we might have to bring you back more often. Daggone.
I've been trying to get you out of here so she can come back.
Weed me out.
Weed me out. Kay is way funnier.
But, Kay, we close on a Bible verse, so I'm going to turn it over to Johnny D. Look, if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, shoot us an email, hello@duckcallroom.com. That's hello@duckcallroom.com. Johnny D, send us out of here.
I got you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Here's the reason we celebrate it. Luke chapter 2, verse 9. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of God... Luke chapter 2, verse 9. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger. And suddenly a great company of heavenly hosts appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests. The good Lord came down as a man just like all of us, and he was a carpenter in Nazareth, and then he paid for every one of our sins so we can receive the grace of Jesus Christ. Remember that this weekend as we celebrate Christmas. We're out.
Amen. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.